Right, folks. Right, folks. Here we go with the V8 Masters. And I'll tell you this, what a way to come out onto the circuit, the V8 Masters. And I think that might just have been, it was either Tafani or Dennis Hajduk, I think, that went off there on cold tires in turn number 1. So, yeah, what a way to get your race underway as the Pirelli sponsored V8 Masters work their way around. There's supposed to be 12 of them, 12 names entered, 12 names on your screen and here on our timekeeping monitor. So we'll have a look and see exactly who was in and who was out. Hopefully we've got all 12 cars that are going to take part in this one. Join me, Mike Side, from the Western Province Motorsport Commentators, and from Second Gear Productions and Second Gear Talk Show, Gary Fleming. Gaza, good afternoon.
Jeez, yeah, a bit of a late start this morning. Good afternoon, Frankie.
Yeah, but Gaza's been downstairs with the IMUSAT team, busy doing camera work as well, so he's been up and down the whole day so far.
I had actually had a bird's eye view with sitting with that big TV screen with all the different cameras on it and choosing the camera shots. Actually very interesting, something I kind of enjoy, and a big thanks to the IMUSAT guys. We are going to be, within the next 2 race meetings, moving the whole IMUSAT team to the building, the office above the new pit complex. We're going to be moving the camera selection scenario up towards the commentary box, and we're then going to be doing camera selection from here, production from downstairs, and then using the balance of the commentary team to be of assistance in terms of camera selection during the course of 8 o'clock in the morning till probably around about 6 o'clock in the evening when we get through to summertime. Pirelli V8's their first race of the day. Iedereen elke van julle wat by die huis sit, goeiemôre, goeiemiddag. It's lekker om julle saam met ons te hê, all the folks around the circuit. Keep an eye on this wet track. I know a lot of people say, how can you say it will be nice if it rains? I say it openly. I love it when it rains because it just turns everything completely upside down. I know Tiny's going to back out of it. He's not going to commit to either side, but I think that it makes for very interesting racing. And for the folks at home, you've seen lots and lots of replays of action.
I agree with you, Gaza, because if you have a look at the Formula Libras that came out there early on, Luan van Heerden, that is normally at the back of the field, was right up with the Formula V's. He clearly loves the wet. As here we go, Pirelli V8 Masters rolling start, lights are off now, and away they go as they thunder it down into turn number 1. Fabio Tafani is the man that sits up on the inside. We've got a spinner already going into turn 1. And he hits absolutely nothing, so hopefully that he will rejoin at the back of the field. It's Alistair Brown that lost it there in turn 1. Gaza, as they work their way now into turn number 2, that's Fabio Tafani, and right behind him is Carl Nell. That is the first 2. It could be Jason Ibertson that sits there in that 3rd position, and behind him is Sean Moore.
Yeah, Sean Moore's the next one that comes through there. Ibertson initially lost out. We've got somebody off the track in turn number 2. I think that's the 44, that's Ken Finneman, as the leaders work their way through Interceptor Corner out towards the Sarl Sweep. What a lovely name that, Sarl van der Merwe, icon, the biggest icon in motorsport in South Africa, alongside the likes of Willie Hepburn and Serge Damso. Fabio Tafani works his way down the back main, the 64, having a look up on that inside line, that's Carl Nell. Carl Nell now dives for the outside line. Tafani's accustomed to leading out these races, but there's a lot of pressure from Carl Nell. Carl Nell, meeting for meeting, getting better and better. Ibertson finds himself a side-by-side as they work their way through Cape Town Corner, out towards the Wingfield Motors and Syria Cape Town Bridge. Tafani's made a bit of a gap, but Ibertson is going side by side. Oh, in fact, in front, we're going side by side as well. Carl Nell and Fabio Tafani side by side, and then Sean Moore and Marcel Angel. Marcel Angel now showing up ahead there of Ibertson on our screen.
Right out of turn number 1 they come now, working their way down. We've got a new leader. Carl Nell sits there in P1 as they head towards turn number 2. Right in there behind him is Fabio Tafani. Behind Fabio Tafani we have got Sean Moore. Then behind Moore, we've got Ibertson. Behind Ibertson, we have Angel. And then we've got the rest of the field coming through there as well. Car 29 out there. That is Dane Angel. He's in that 29 car as they make their way up the Tygerberg Straight, heading towards double right-hander, turn 4, Sadel van der Merwe sweep.
Bringing the stranglehold of Fabio Tofani to an abrupt stop is Carl Nell. He is doing brilliantly out there in the wet. In fact, Carl Nell has taken a bit of ground out of Fabio Tofani. The one car coming through behind that, that's Sean Moore. Jason Ibertson and Marcel Angel, those cars look exactly the same. They almost on the exact same pace. Ibertson was ahead of Angel on the grid. Initially was ahead of him on the track as well. And then Marcel Angel moved in front. I think he is still in front. Carl Nell started to come under pressure. Fabio Tofani underneath the city of Cape Town and Wingfield Motors Bridge. Sean Moore's got a bit of a gap now from the 14. So the leading car in the same colors between Marcel Angel and Jason Ibertson. It is Marcel Angel that's taken up that 4th position, but the action's up front.
Right, coming down towards us, Dane Angel lost a little bit of ground, and he finds himself behind Mark Vogt as they head into turn number 1. He's going to try and make the move up on the inside of Mogut. He's in the Campus Transport car. He's Dane Angel coming out of turn number 1, and he makes that move stick, and he finds himself now not too far behind the 22 car of Alistair Brown as they head towards turn 2. But let's take this action to turn number 3 into Interceptor corner. It's a 4-way, make it a 5-way dogfight. That's working its way now up the Tygerberg Straight towards Sadel van der Merwe sweep. Into Sadel sweep they go, turn 4. Down the back main, behind these big oak trees. We'll see them come into view now. Down the back main, that's Carl Nell from Fabio Tofani, from Sean Moore, from Marcel Angel, followed by Jason Ibertson, as that group has a race down towards Foster on turn 5.
They've still got a couple of laps to go, but that grouping very, very quick. The fastest man out there, Marcel Angel, and that was in fact on the previous lap, and that is in fact when he got past his teammate, Jason Ibertson. Carl Nell got it completely sideways coming out of 2, but he managed to still get away from Tofani. Tofani going through turn 5 was able to close up as they went down into Fastron. So Carl Nell has the pace, but he is right on the ragged edge, and Fabio Tofani at this stage is not. Marcel Angel up on the inside of Sean Moore. Can Ibertson come through as well? No, Ibertson's a little bit too far back. Carl Nell is definitely the fastest man out there. Can he keep it on the black stuff?
Working their way now.
Oh, he doesn't. He gets it all sideways, Frankie. Sorry, right on the entrance there to turn number 2. And it was just a couple of meters before where he had his drifting session on the previous lap. And Fabio Tofani stamps his authority once again on the Pirelli V8 Masters.
Into the lead he goes as they work their way out of turn 3 Interceptor corner. Now look at Tofani open up 2-3 car lengths there on Carl Nell as they work their way towards a double right-hander, turn 4, Sadel van der Merwe sweep. Out of Sadel sweep they go, down the back main. It's Tofani in P1, it's Nell in second, it's Angel that sits there in P3, followed there by Ibertson and Moore. Down the back main they go, and it's a hell of a fight there because Carl Nell is coming right back there into turn 5. Fostron at race leader Fabio Tofani.
Well, a little bit further back is Alistair Brown. He's just come out into the back main now, and behind him is the 29 of Dane Angel, the son of Marcel Angel. Surprisingly enough, Alistair Brown not involved in that front battle, but is the fastest man out there. Up on the inside is Carl Nell. On the outside, Fabio Tofani, who's going to be the last of the late breakers. They still side by side as they go through turn number 1. It looks like Fabio Tofani could get the drive. Can he stay off the curbstone? He has to. He has to. They side by side. Carl Nell gets the drive. Carl Nell's quicker up the Jabez Straight. Fabio Tofani late on the brakes. Can he get that car to turn? He looks like he's the man under pressure right now. Carl Nell looked like he was on the edge. Fabio Tofani eventually comes out top, so that Marcel Angel still ahead of Sean Moore, and he brings Ibertson through as well.
That is those 3 cars heading through the King towards the Interceptor corner, but working their way towards turn 2 now is Alistair Brown and Dane Angel. They are right there with each other, and they are the last 2 cars in the gold class. Heading towards turn 2 now is the leader of the silver class, that is Mark Vogt. And then behind him is the 44, that is Finnegan. That is Ken Finneran that's in that motor car. But the leaders are heading down the back straight. Down the back straight they go towards turn number 5, towards Fostron corner. And Carl Nell is all over the back of the Fabio Tafani V8 Master car.
Marcel Angel starting to stretch the legs there on Sean Moore. Jason Iverson holding sway up underneath the City of Cape Town bridge. Here comes Carl Nell. Carl Nell up on the inside of Fabio Tafani. They did this last time around and it was the opposite way around. Tafani on that outside line. Can he stay there? Carl Nell's got to turn it in pretty tight. Marcel Angel comes into the corner. He looks up. He sees that battle in front. He's got to concentrate on what's happening there. Carl Nell gets the tail end of wagging, and the consistency of Tafani takes him back to the front end of the field.
Right, they're working their way now through turn number 2, and then that's a 3-way fight heading towards turn 2 as well. That is Marcel Angel, Sean Moore, and Jason Iverson as they exit turn 2. But let's go back to turn 3. The leaders are working their way through Interceptor corner, and Carl Nell in P2 was crowding that back rear wing of the Tafani Mustang as they race up the Tygerberg Straight towards a double right-hander. Turn 4 into saddle sweep they go. Down the back main, and Carl Nell is right under that back wing of Tafani as they work their way down towards Fostron corner, turn 5.
3 laps to go down towards Cape Town corner they go. And into Fastron, it's Tafani on the outside, it's Nell on the inside. Marcel Angel's got a bit of a gap from Moore. They're getting away from Iverson on the exit of the Potamina Fastron corner. Who's going to come out from behind the trees in front? It's Fabio Tafani. Fabio Tafani leading out. Now he's got a bit of a gap. Can Carl Nell use the slipstream and come up alongside him under braking? Well, I don't think. Well, he does. He does a brilliant job. He comes up on the inside. Oh, he almost takes Tafani out. Carl Nell right on the limit. The front end started to wash away. Tafani could see him coming back out of it. Still stayed on the circuit. Carl Nell to the front. He's made quite a bit of a gap now with 2 laps to go from Tafani. I think Tafani might be a bit rattled. They're coming up behind the back marker. It looks like it's not going to affect them at all. Marcel Angel stretched the legs for a while of Sean Moore. Sean Moore now starting to slowly but surely put the pressure back onto Marcel Angel.
That is Stuart Spooner in the 55 car that they put a lap on there when they worked their way out of turn 2. But now they're making their way out of turn 3. Interceptor corner. Working their way down into turn number 4. Into a saddle sweep they go now. Through saddle sweep they come. Down the back main. Will it be Tafani? Will it be Nell? Nell sits up front and he's pulling away from Fabio Tafani. Down the back main they go. Tafani's lost a lot of ground there to Nell. Then it's Marcel Angel, Sean Moore, Jason Iverson, all getting past Stuart Spooner. That's going 1 lap down. And we're waiting for that next fight to come up. Here's Alistair Brown going down the back main. And where's it 29, the Campus Transport car? There it goes towards turn 5. Fostron in the hands there of Dane Angel.
Carl Nell starting to stamp a new name on the front end of the grid. It's called Carl Nell. He's taking a bit of space now out of Fabio Tafani. Can Tafani fight back from here? I don't think so. I think Carl Nell's made a big enough gap. Can Moore get onto the back of Angel and maybe make a change up there? Yes, I do think 3rd and 4th is a small possibility that there could be a change there. But all things being equal, nothing changing in terms of anybody going wide. I call it Nell from Tafani, Angel, Moore and Iverson with Alistair Brown until 1 lap back, having the fastest lap out there. Carl Nell on a 1:27.631. So the track is drying and Carl Nell has got this one wrapped.
And just to mention, coming down towards us, there's a fight in the silver class. That's Ken Finneran. And he's fighting there with Mark Vogt as the 2 of them make their way into turn 1. They've also started now their last lap. And that is a fight towards the back end of the silver class, Gaza, as the leaders going down the back straight. They are on their last lap towards Fostron corner, turn number 5.
Mark Vogt was ahead of Finneran all the way through, and only now on the last lap that has changed up. So it's a different scenario. The flag is being readied, and it's all about Carl Nell. He's beaten the head honcho, the main man, the leader in the class, the icon, Fabio Tafani. Carl Nell from Fabio Tafani. Marcel Angel is under a lot of pressure. Here comes Sean Moore. Sean Moore comes up alongside. He gets him. Moore gets Marcel Angel on the line. Iverson, the next man that comes through behind that. Man, that earlier on, wow, it's 100th of a second. Alistair Brown, that's the red one coming towards us now. He's the next man that will come through. Then it'll be Dane Angel. And then Frankie leading out the silver class. Only for half of that. But when it counted, he was in front at the end.
Well, there they go down into turn number 5 now. Spooner finishes his race, but he's a lap down. And into turn 5, Fostron corner. That's Mark Vogt and Ken Finneran. That's having their own little fight out here. Out of turn 5, Fostron corner towards a checkered flag. Here they come down towards us. The flag is out, and it's going to be Mark Vogt that gets to the flag ahead of the 44 of Ken Finneran, and they finish first and second in the silver class.
And Gary Thompson still out there, and he is in third. Remember, Spooner's already gone across the line a lap down. He had off earlier on and got passed by the leaders in the gold class. So one more car still out on circuit, that being Gary Thompson. And he's also a lap down. Fabio Tefani and Cole Nell working their way down the back main side by side. Big thumbs up and smiles from both of them. I think Fabio Tefani, he likes to win. We all like to win, but I think the fact that he's got Cole Nell that's in there now and giving him a very, very strong run for his money, I think that just made it so much more interesting for him.
Well, that was the opening race in the Pirelli V8 Masters as they make their way to the pit area. One more race to go before lunch. And this is now where you need to stand up.